When the heart breaks twice, I used to believe that love could survive anything. I believed it with the kind of blind devotion that only comes from youth and hope. But life has a cruel way of revealing truths you never asked to know. My name is Ethan Hale, and this is the story of how I lost everything, and how, somehow, I found myself again. For years, I lived what felt like a steady, quiet life. I worked as a project coordinator for an architectural firm in Chicago, earning enough to keep us comfortable, me and the woman I had loved since college, Lena. We dreamed small but sincerely, a home of our own, a family someday, and a future where we'd grow old still laughing at the same stupid jokes. But fate rarely warns you when it's about to change everything. It started one morning with a sharp pain in my side. I tried ignoring it, blaming stress, lack of sleep, anything but the truth clawing at me. I went to the clinic just to be safe, and within a week, my world collapsed. The doctor's words were cold steel. "Ethan, it's serious. You'll need immediate treatment, and it won't be cheap. Around $90,000. $90,000, a number so big it didn't feel real. My insurance covered only a fraction. I walked home that day with trembling hands, telling myself Lena and I would face this together. But when I told her, her reaction sliced deeper than the diagnosis. She didn't cry, she didn't hold me. She didn't say we'd get through it. Instead, she whispered, "Ethan, I can't do this. I didn't sign up to be someone's caretaker." At first, I thought she was in shock, but then she asked something that made my blood freeze. "Can you give me back the money I loaned you? The $12,000? I need it now, before things get worse for you." That money had helped cover our rent last year. Money she had insisted wasn't a loan at all. But now, she wanted it back, urgently, as if she were preparing to run. I stared at her, numb. "Lena, I don't even have a fraction of that." Her expression hardened. She wasn't the woman I knew. Or maybe she never had been. She left that night. No goodbye, no apology. Just a slammed door and silence so heavy it drowned me. And then, as if betrayal wasn't enough, I discovered something unimaginable the next morning. My bank account was empty. Every cent I'd saved, $28,400, gone, transferred to Lena's account. I confronted her, shaking with disbelief, and she simply said, "You owe me more than that. Don't contact me again." I thought the pain of sickness was unbearable, until I learned what emotional devastation truly felt like. But life, in its strange cruelty, can also offer unexpected light. 3 months into treatment, when I was exhausted, broke, and convinced I'd been erased from the world, I met Maya. She was a volunteer at the Cancer Support Center. Bright eyes, warm voice, and a heart that refused to judge or pity. I tried pushing her away. I didn't want her kindness. It felt like something I didn't deserve. But she sat with me anyway. She listened. She laughed at my sarcasm. She reminded me that I was still a person, not a diagnosis. Over time, she became my lifeline, and I became hers. She told me about the fiancé who'd left her a week before their wedding. The betrayal that scarred her. The loneliness she carried like a second skin. We were two broken people trying to breathe in the same storm. One afternoon, while I was still weak from treatment, she held my hand and whispered, "You don't have to be strong with me, Ethan. Just be human." And for the first time in months, I let myself cry. The treatments worked. Slowly, painfully, victory crept in. My body healed. My heart started learning how to beat again. 2 years later, on a spring morning filled with sunlight that looked almost too bright to be real, Maya brought a screaming, beautiful little girl into the world. Our daughter, our miracle, our proof that broken things can still create something breathtakingly whole. We named her Leora, light, and she was exactly that. Sometimes, when Maya falls asleep beside me and Leora's soft breathing fills the room, I still think about Lena, about the money she stole, about the love that shattered like thin glass. But then I remind myself, she didn't take my future. She didn't take my hope. She didn't take the man I could become. Pain taught me what love truly means and what it never should. In the end, my heart didn't break just once. It broke twice. Once from betrayal, and once from realizing that healing was possible after all. And that second break, the one Maya helped mend, was the one that saved me.